Welcome. I went ahead without actually diagnosing it on the bench. I went ahead and bought a not so cheap power brake booster, and that is the idea, to get her back on the road. Today is about taking this power brake booster out of the Honda. There, I don't know what that was, but something I like to do is always look at the new part. If, oh, look at that, nice little piece. We'll figure out what that goes to later. But I always like to look at the part and see how many bolts I have going on, which looks like I have two right there. So 2 on the outside, 4 on the inside, I think, and make that 5. The center one right there. So I'm gonna go ahead and actually start ripping the master cylinder off and getting her back on the road quicker, like I said, than that. And then I can probably jump on this, but I do have parts in for that as well. So a lot of stuff going on. A lot of stuff going on that I just wasn't accounting for. That I knew about. I knew about the Z, but I did not know about the brake booster. So here we go. 232, 211. Alright, got these bolts out. Those 2 towards that, and then 1 connector for the electrical over there. Then I kind of took it out of its little holder for the brake line, so then I can kind of pop that off of there. And that was all done with a 1/4 millimeter extension and 12 millimeter. Okay, so right up there, which actually isn't too horrible, I can get to all of them with 1/4 inch extension, 12 millimeter. Should be able to get all that. I just have to figure out, there's a pull pin up there that I have to pull, and then I should be able to get that off of there. And yeah, then I just have to figure out how to snake it out of the actual engine bay, because that's I do have that strut tower that I made that's kind of in the way. So hopefully I don't have to take that off, because I have to unload a lot of pressure to actually get that thing off of there. So yeah, that's where I'm at, and I will keep on going. Alright, sorry for the wind. Got it out. Kind of burst it out the top this way. And that is, didn't have to disconnect the lines. It probably is still leaking air because it's not full up right now. So, might have an issue with brakes later. Had to disconnect the, I think there, the throttle cable right there. Had to disconnect that from there. I had that strut bar, obviously, that's out of the way. Master cylinder, and I did move the inner tie rod because I was thinking about sneaking it out through that nice big old hole, but it's just not big enough. Like if I were to cut some metal, it would work, definitely by cutting metal, but no, it's all out, and it's over here, back in the garage. So yeah, there's that one and the new one. So kind of hard with one hand. Alright, doesn't look like there's anything else left in there. If not, I'll discover that later. But yeah, there's a little sill right there. I gotta remember to tear that off and start fitting it on back through. So hopefully it goes smoother. Maybe this is just like, I don't know, a 1/4 inch smaller. That would just be fantastic, but unlikely. Oh boy, trying to get this done quick as I can. Alright, everything is back together, like all the shields and everything looking like it's all hidden, but it's all new. Brand spanking new. Even the hood's down, looking fantastic up under there. All I gotta do is actually test it. So listen for any kind of noises, you know. Should be the initial, but Not when you're holding. Sounds like a winner. All right, now that I guess I gotta kick that rock out. That's why that brake light is on, because I actually have the e-brake on right now. But gotta kick the parking brake, my parking rock out, really. Get that all done, figured out, and yeah, I think I can go take her on a test. Well, pretty much test drive to go pick her up. So here we go. On to the next project, as long as this one makes it. Alright, it is a new day, actually a night for sure, but I was getting ready to work on this here because I actually do have Dorman parts. That's the slave cylinder. Gonna actually go through trying to bleed this. So some people have some issues with bleeding this, so that's next. But before what I said was next is I'm going to be going over the brake booster yet again, because it barely has any assist, and that's not necessarily safe because it kind of gives you that Flintstone kind of feeling when you're trying to stop. So yeah, that's a lot of little work here and there or whatever, but yeah, that's you know, pretty much this week. So hopefully, not even hopefully, I will be working on this next week, even this weekend. So stay tuned for that. I will see you guys next time.